Tired of watching your paycheck vanish into endless overspending, leaving you broke and stressed every month? In this audiobook World Masterclass, The Art of Saving Money, grab the exact blueprint to stop impulse buys, automate real savings, and build wealth on any income. Discover 3 game changers: the hidden psychology killing your wallet, the 50-30-20 rule that skyrockets savings overnight, and simple hacks to crush debt forever. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications, then use the chapter timestamps below to jump right in to your 12-chapter transformation. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a vast, shimmering ocean of possibility. Waves crash against the shore, each one carrying whispers of freedom. Debts dissolving like mist in the morning sun, dreams rising tall and unburdened. But right now, your pockets feel like sieves, leaking every hard-earned drop into the abyss of impulse. What if I told you that the key to turning that tide isn't in some distant lottery win, but in the quiet power of your own choices? Close your eyes. Feel the weight lifting already. Welcome to the art of saving money, how to stop overspending and start saving. This isn't just a book, it's your secret map to financial liberation. Let's dive in together. Chapter 1. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture a grand, ancient vault buried deep beneath the earth, its walls lined with gold coins that gleam like captured sunlight, stacks of forgotten treasures waiting to be claimed. Now imagine standing before it, your hand trembling on the rusted lock, heart pounding with the thrill of what's inside. That vault, it's not some distant myth. It's your financial future, sealed shut, not by chains, but by the quiet, relentless drip of money slipping through your fingers every single day. You've felt it, that sinking ache when your bank app flashes red, the whisper of regret after another impulse purchase, the dream of security fading like smoke. What if I told you the door to that vault is already in your grasp? Right here, right now, in this first chapter, we crack it open together. Welcome to the hidden thief in your wallet, the silent saboteur that's robbing you blind, and the first step to setting yourself free. Let's name this thief, because shadows only hold power when they're unnamed. It's not a villain in a mask or a faceless corporation. No, it's far more intimate, woven into the fabric of your daily life, like an old, trusted friend who's secretly picking your pockets. Think of Elena, a single mother in a bustling city apartment, her days filled with the laughter of her young son and the grind of a nursing job. Every Friday, her direct deposit hit like a burst of sunlight. $2,800, promising stability, maybe even a family vacation, but by Tuesday, the light dimmed. Grocery runs ballooned with convenience foods grabbed in exhaustion. That streaming service for her rare evenings off, forgotten after the trial month, yet billing away. The coffee shop ritual on mornings too rushed for brewing at home, $6 here, $7 there, adding up to $100 to $150 months she never saw leave. Elena's story isn't rare. It's a mirror held up to millions. We don't wake up plotting our financial downfall. We drift into it on autopilot, seduced by the ease of now over the promise of later. That thief thrives in the blind spots, the micro decisions that feel harmless in isolation, but compound into catastrophe. A study from behavioral economists shows we overspend by up to 30% on things we don't track, because our brains are wired for instant gratification, not long-term vigilance. Your wallet isn't leaking because you're careless. It's leaking because life moves fast, and we've never been taught to watch the flow. Feel that truth settling in? It's not accusation, it's awakening. The hidden thief preys on unawareness, turning abundance into scarcity without you even noticing. But awareness, that's the lantern in the dark. It's the moment you step from victim to guardian of your own wealth. Start small, but start today. For the next 7 days, no more, no less. Carry a simple notebook or open a notes app on your phone. Every cent that moves, jot it down. The $4 latte at lunch. The impulse gum at checkout. The app subscription you swore you'd cancel last year. No judgment, just observation. Watch as patterns emerge like constellations in a night sky you never bothered to look up. I remember my own reckoning. Years ago, buried under freelance gigs and city rent, I ignored the drip until my savings hit zero. 1 week of ruthless tracking revealed the culprits: daily vending machine snacks during late-night work sessions, totaling $121 monthly, duplicate cloud storage fees from apps I barely used, even the free delivery fees that weren't free at all. In 7 days, I uncovered $89 in leaks, money that could have been a down payment on peace. That notebook became my weapon, transforming chaos into clarity. Yours will too. As you log each expense, notice the emotions tied to them: the boredom buy, the stress snack, the FOMO scroll leading to online carts. These aren't just transactions, they're stories your spending tells about your life. This practice isn't punishment, it's power. It rewires your relationship with money from stranger to ally. Science backs it. A Harvard study on habit formation found that tracking behaviors for just 1 week boosts adherence by 42%. Because seeing the truth dissolves denial. You'll feel it, the subtle shift from "I never have enough" to "I choose where this goes." Imagine Elena after her week. She spotted the forgotten magazine subscription from a gift that auto-renewed, cancelled it mid-tracking, and felt the first rush of control. Her son noticed her smile that evening, brighter somehow. That smile, it's yours too, waiting just beyond the numbers. But let's deepen this foundation. The hidden thief doesn't just steal dollars, it steals dreams. That vacation with loved ones, pushed off year after year, the emergency fund that could shield you from life's storms, the quiet confidence of knowing you're building, not just surviving. In unawareness, we hand over these treasures piece by piece. Awareness reclaims them, one honest entry at a time. Make it ritual: morning review over coffee, evening reflection before bed. Ask yourself, what did today's flow reveal? Let the answers guide you, gentle but firm. As days unfold, you'll sense the vault door creaking wider. Leaks identified become leaks plugged. Swap lattes for home brews, audit apps quarterly, meal prep to tame grocery sprawl. Elena saved $320 that first month, seeding a jar labeled "Dreams" on her kitchen counter. Watching it fill mirrored something deeper filling inside her purpose. You're on that path now, listener. This chapter isn't the end, it's the spark. You've met the thief face to face, shone light on its tricks, and armed yourself with the simplest, most profound tool: observation. Yet, awareness alone quells the thief. It doesn't explain why it sneaks in so easily. Why does your mind betray you with those magnetic pulls toward spending? That's the deeper riddle we unravel next. In Chapter 2, we dive into the psychology of impulse, the ancient wiring that turns wants into wallet wounds, and how to forge ironclad resistance. The vault awaits. Turn the page with me. Chapter 2. The psychology of the impulse buy. Imagine a siren call echoing through the fog of a midnight marketplace, her voice silk and shadow, drawing sailors from safe harbors to jagged rocks below. That's your brain in the throes of impulse, the ancient velvet trap that lures you from reason's shore with promises of bliss, only to leave you shipwrecked on regret's beach. You've heard it, the heart-quickening ping of a sale notification, the glossy ad whispering, "You deserve this," the cart filling faster than you can blink. Right now, in this pulsing Chapter 2, we unmask that siren. We dissect the psychology of the impulse buy, revealing its neural hooks and forging your escape. Feel the fog lifting already? Your mind is about to become your greatest ally in the war for your wallet. This isn't random weakness, it's biology betraying you with breathtaking precision. Deep in your brain's limbic system, the nucleus accumbens lights up like a festival firework at the prospect of reward. Dopamine surges, that feel-good neurotransmitter, flooding your veins with euphoria's preview. Evolution wired this for survival. Spotting ripe fruit or fleeing danger demanded split-second action. But fast forward to today, and marketers hijack it masterfully. Flashy banners scream, "Last chance," triggering loss aversion, that primal fear of missing out harder than gaining something new. Studies from neuromarketing labs show impulse buys spike 40% under artificial scarcity, because your caveman brain equates limited with life or death berry patch. Meet Javier, a software engineer in his late 20s, eyes glued to screens by day, wallet unraveling by night. Rush hour traffic left him drained. Scrolling feeds became his unwind. One evening, a glowing ad for noise-canceling headphones, 97% off for 24 hours only, hit like lightning. Dopamine roared. Cart added, checkout swipe, 2049 nihilist, joy cresting, then crashing into what was I thinking, as the package sat unused. Javier's not foolish, he's human. Impulse thrives on emotional voids, stress, boredom, that hollow post-work ache. It masquerades as self-care, but it's a thief in therapist's clothing, preying on unhealed hungers. Here's the awakening. Knowledge disarms. Your prefrontal cortex, that noble captain of rational thought, slumbers under impulse's spell. Wake it with the 30-second pause, a la vie breath between urge and action. When temptation tugs, freeze. Ask 3 piercing questions. Does this align with my deeper dreams? Will future me thank me? Is this filling a void only I can heal? Science from decision-making research at MIT confirms this micro-habit slashes impulse spending by 35%, rerouting dopamine from destruction to discernment. Javier tried it. That next ad blitz? Pause engaged. Questions answered. Cart abandoned. The rush, even sweeter, laced with self-mastery. Layer in the emotional cartography. Impulses aren't faceless. They map your inner world, the late-night gadget grab. Loneliness seeking connection. The wardrobe refresh. Insecurity craving validation. Journal them post, pause, trigger, exhaustion, buy, takeout feast. True need, rest. This reflection transmutes base urges into profound insight. Picture Javier after weeks. His journal brimmed with patterns. Weekend splurges tied to unresolved grief from a breakup. He traded shopping carts for evening walks under starlit skies. Dopamine now dancing to nature's rhythm. Wealth began compounding, not just in accounts, but in soul-deep peace. Deepen the practice with environmental alchemy. Sirens sing loudest in echo chambers. Curate your digital harbor. Unsubscribe from deal alerts that ambush like pirates. Set app limits on shopping platforms. 20 minutes daily max. Physical spaces matter too. Keep your wallet out of easy reach. Credit cards in a drawer labeled Future Guardian. Behavioral psychology calls this friction. Tiny barriers that give wisdom time to rally. One trial group reduced impulses by 28% simply by shopping lists over whims. Javier decluttered his feeds, replacing ads with podcasts on growth. Temptation's volume dropped, his savings symphony swelled. Feel the power rising? This psychology isn't your enemy, it's your teacher, revealing where life beckons for nurture. Impulse buys signal unmet needs, not moral failing. Honor them as messengers. The shoe splurge whispers ground yourself. The gadget gleam urges, create, don't consume. Redirect that energy, channel dopamine into savings rituals, like transferring $20 post-pause to a victory vault. Watch neural pathways rewire, impulse fading to echo, intention taking center stage. You're not suppressing, you're sovereign now. Mind harnessed like a wild stallion tamed for epic rides. Reflect on this truth. Every resisted urge is a brick in your freedom fortress. Javier, 3 months in, stared at $1,200 reclaimed headphones gathering dust, no more. But a guitar lesson fund blooming. Strums filled his evenings, joy authentic, unindebted. That same alchemy awaits you, listener. You've pierced the siren's veil, mapped her tricks, armed your captain's quarters. Satisfaction hums, yet deeper waters call. But mastery of impulse is just the spark. True alchemy forges when beliefs about money shift from foe to friend. In Chapter 3, we craft your money mindset, the inner forge where scarcity burns away, indent takes root, and wealth becomes your natural state. The journey deepens. Step forward with me. Chapter 3. Crafting your money mindset. Envision a vast, shadowed forge at the heart of an ancient mountain, flames leaping high as the blacksmith, hammer in hand, eyes fierce with purpose, strikes molten iron, bending it from brittle fear into unyielding strength. Sparks fly, illuminating walls etched with forgotten oaths of scarcity and lack. This forge isn't myth, it's your mind, listener, where every thought about money is hammered into belief, shaping the wealth you hold or the chains you wear. You've tamed impulses in Chapter 2, but without reshaping this inner fire, they'll return like smoke through cracks. Here in Chapter 3, we ignite the craft of your money mindset, the sacred alchemy turning whispers of never enough into roars of boundless abundance. Feel the heat rising, your transformation tempers now. At its core, your money mindset is the unseen architect of your financial reality. It's not what you earn, but the story you tell yourself about what money means, enemy, lover, or trusted companion. Rooted in childhood echoes, a parent's worried sigh over bills, society's parade of glittering excess, or quiet lessons of thrift passed like heirlooms. These form neural grooves, deep as riverbeds, channeling your choices. Neuroplasticity reveals the miracle. Minds aren't fixed stone. They're clay, warm and malleable under intentional heat. Shift the narrative, and rivers redirect, carving paths to prosperity. This chapter arms you with the hammer, daily rituals to reforge scarcity into sovereignty. Consider Lila, a graphic designer in her 40s, sketching dreams by day but haunted by nights of overdraft alerts. Money slips away, she'd mutter, mirroring her mother's mantra during lean years. Paychecks fueled a cycle, earn, spend, panic. Then, the forge called. She began with dawn declarations, standing before her mirror like a warrior, claiming territory. I am the steward of abundance. Money flows to me easily, and I direct it wisely. No rote chant, this was felt conviction, voiced with chest open, eyes locked on her reflection. Visualization followed. Closing her eyes, she'd see golden streams pouring into overflowing coffers, herself at the helm, calm and commanding. Science from positive psychology at Stanford shows such practices rewire affirmation circuits, boosting financial confidence. Lila deepened it with reframing alchemy. I can't afford that became, how can I create value to welcome this? Scarcity's grip loosened. Opportunities appeared. A client project she dismissed as too pricey to pursue, now pursued boldly, netting $4,000, her first overflow. Emotions fueled the fire. Gratitude journals at dusk. Listing 3 money miracles that day, a timely refund, a discounted find, breath in her lungs as wealth's foundation. This isn't woo-woo, it's wiring. Gratitude floods the brain with serotonin, solidifying abundance pathways, per research from UC Davis. Lila's ledger flipped from $200 monthly deficits to $500 surpluses, her mindset the unseen liver. You're invited to this forge now, listener. Craft your ritual. 5 minutes morning, 5 evening. Start declarations simple, personal. Money honors my worth. I multiply it joyfully. Speak them aloud. Let vibrations stir your core. Visualize not vague riches, but vivid scenes. You, handing cash to a loved one in need, or savoring a dream home's quiet threshold. Feel the textures, the leather wallet's heft, the paper's crisp whisper. Evening reflections. What abundance showed today. Even small wins count. A parking spot saved pennies. A conversation sparked ideas. Track them. Patterns of plenty emerge. Weave in embodiment, for mind follows body, as shadow follows light. Stand tall, shoulders back. Power pose releases testosterone, shrinks stress cortisol, per Harvard studies, priming bold money moves. Lila paired it with a wealth walk, 10 minutes striding neighborhood streets, affirming silently, body moving as money must, purposefully, unblocked. Barriers fell. She negotiated a 15% raise, voice steady as forged steel. Inner dialogue, purified too. Silence the critic whispering, undeserving, with compassionate truth. I grow into wealth daily. This spiritual depth honors money as energy, neither good nor evil, but a mirror of your inner state. Nurture it, and it nurtures you. Ponder this revelation. Your mindset isn't solitary, it ripples to legacy. Leela's daughter watched, absorbing new tales, not of lack, but provision. Futures brighten when one mind reforges. Feel the weight of that. You're not just saving for self, you're seeding generations. Resistance may whisper, this takes time. Feels foolish. Persist. First embers yield inferno. Leela, 6 months forged, gazed at $12,000 saved, not from genius budgets, but belief reborn. Joy suffused her art, clients drawn to her glow. This chapter completes a cornerstone. Impulse tamed, now beliefs bowed to your will. Satisfaction warms like cooling metal, strong and true. Yet the forge's true power shines in structure. When mindset meets method, chaos yields to clarity. In Chapter 4, we unveil the 50-30-20 blueprint, your unbreakable framework to channel this newborn abundance into effortless flow. The mountain path ascends. Walk with me. Chapter 4, the 50-30-20 blueprint. Picture a mighty river, carving through untamed wilderness, wild and wasteful, until the ancient builders arrive, stone by stone, channel by channel, guiding its fury into thriving fields, quenching villages, powering mills downstream. No dam holds it captive. Instead, flow finds freedom in form. That's your money now, listener, a roaring current of income, splashing everywhere but where it matters most. Chaos reigns without banks. In this pivotal Chapter 4, we lay the 50-30-20 blueprint, your eternal guide to harness that river, turning spendthrift floods into streams of lasting wealth. Feel the waters steadying under your hand. Structure isn't cage, it's liberation. Let's build. This blueprint distills financial wisdom into 3 sacred vessels: 50% for needs, the unyielding roots of survival; 30% for wants, the joyful branches of living; 20% for savings and growth, the soaring canopy reaching for sky. No spreadsheets of terror, no ascetic vows, just elegant division, proven across lifetimes and incomes. Born from real-world testing by financial sages, it flexes to your reality. Scale it to $2,000 monthly or $20,000. The power lies in commitment, not complexity. After mindsets forge and impulses defeat, this blueprint channels your inner abundance into outer empire. It's the bridge from intention to inheritance. Meet Marcus, a delivery driver in a Rust Belt town, his truck humming life into modest paychecks of $3,200 monthly. Bills loomed like storm clouds, rent devouring half, gas another quarter, leftovers scattering like leaves. "I'm drowning," he'd groan once, squeezed to whispers. Then the blueprint beckoned. He sketched it simple. Needs: rent $1,000, utilities $320, groceries $400, transport $40, insurance $6, total $2,320. Weight: over 50% at 72%. No panic, adjust. He hunted efficiencies: bulk rice over takeout, carpool days, trimming to $1,600, exactly, once bloomed. $480 for family dinners, a gym pass, weekend hikes. Savings: $600 sacred, auto-drafted to high-yield haven. Marcus's ritual transformed drudgery to dance. Payday eve, he'd gather receipts like a cartographer, mapping terrain. Categorize ruthlessly. Needs: immutable pillars. Shelter, sustenance, health. Wants: soul fuel, not excess. Dining that nourishes bonds. Hobbies, sparking joy. Savings: future self's embrace. Emergency buffer, dream seeds. Apps: whispered totals. Jars at home visualized. Green for needs, paid first. Blue for wants, guilt-free. Gold for savings, untouchable glow. First month, slippage tugged, extra streaming pinged once. He slid $20 over, balance restored. By quarter's end, $20 gold gleamed. A used truck fund birthing. Embrace this yourself, right where you sit. Tally last month's flow. Divide honestly. Over 50% needs, audit. Switch providers, cook rhythms, transit hacks. Lila from our Mindset Forge joined Marcus in spirit. Her freelance $4,500 split to $2,250. Studio slimmed, $3,150 once. Art supplies, coffee dates, $900 savings. She whispered thanks nightly. River now riverbed, nourishing her creative bloom. Reflection deepens. This isn't math, it's mirror. Needs reveal priorities. Family over flash. Wants unveil essence. What truly lights your fire. Savings affirm faith. Betting on tomorrow's you. Infuse spiritual rhythm. Weekly river review. Sunday evenings under soft light. Celebrate crossings. 50% held once delighted without debt. Adjust tenderly. Life ebbs, blueprint flows. Marcus faced tire blowout, gold covered. No ripple upstream. Science from Habit Labs at Duke affirms. Visual tracking boosts compliance to ACE. As eyes anchor abstract to alive. Yours will too. Phone wallpaper with pie chart pulsing, or countertop vessels filling audibly, coins kissing glass. Ponder the poetry. 50-30-20 isn't rule, but revelation. It honors wholeness, body, needs, heart, wants, spirit, savings. Marcus, year in, traded truck dreams for reality, paid cash, debt-free miles singing. Family picnics under once-funded memories, etching souls. His son learned division not as core, but legacy craft. Your architect now, listener, river yours to sculpt. Resistance fades, flow feels like flight. This blueprint stands complete, your financial compass calibrated. Peace settles like fertile soil after rain. Yet rivers multiply when automated, effortless currents compounding without watch. In Chapter 5, We awaken the wealth machine, setting sails so money voyages to fortune on autopilot. The waters quicken. Sail with Chapter 5. Automate your wealth machine. Hear the whisper of gears meshing in a vast, subterranean clockwork cathedral, pistons pumping ceaselessly, wheels turning without hand or whim, birthing empires from silent motion. Bronze levers lift loads no human could bear, cogs multiply effort into eternity, all while you slumber above. This isn't fantasy, it's the wealth machine humming within reach, your income transformed from fleeting spark to perpetual engine. You've channeled the river in Chapter 4, but willpower falters like flesh against time. Here in Chapter 5 we automate it all. Effortless transfers, compounding allies, systems that build fortunes while you breathe free. Feel the rhythm syncing with your pulse. Your machine awakens now. Automation is the quiet revolution, severing money's dance with temptation. Payday strikes. Before bills beckon or wants whisper, 20% your blueprint's gold vanishes to a high-ive sanctuary. Banks offer it free. Set recurring transfers, same day as deposit. No staring at balances. No maybe next week. It's done. Invisible. Multiplying. Compound interest joins as silent partner. Earns on earns. Snowballs into avalanches. A modest $200 monthly at 4.5% APY. 10 years yields $29,000. 30. Over 200. This isn't gamble. It's gravity. Math's sacred law pulling pennies to peaks. Enter Sophia, a barista poet in coastal rains, verses flowing freer than her tweety $600 checks once did. Mornings blurred into splurges, craft coffees mirroring her own, online journals for unwritten words, blueprint embraced but manual saves crumbled mid-month. Discipline betrayed me, she'd sigh. Then automation. App opened, $520 banks embrace, 4.2% yield whispering growth. First cycle stunned, account untouched, yet $520 bloomed there, untempted. She layered roundups, purchases auto-boosted to nearest 10, 3-la coffee claiming 7,000, funneling $80 monthly extra. 6 month, $3,800 nested, interest, adding velvet layers. Sophia's machine evolved with tears. Emergency vault first. 6 months needs, liquid for life scales. Then growth gardens, index funds, via Vanguard. Mirroring market's steady climb, fees feathers. $100 weekly auto-invested tracked S&P. Historical 10% average returns turning seeds to forests. Reflection ritual. Monthly login under candlelight, marveling climbs, not my grind, the system's grace, emotions shifted, from scarcity's clutch to provider's pride. She gifted her brother $200 from roundups, chains of generosity, linking souls. Science, from automation studies at Fidelity shows 401k, opt-ins boost savings 3x. Behavior trumps belief when wired right. Claim yours today, listener, in minutes. List portals, bank app, employer payroll, investment platforms like Acorns or Wealthfront. Prioritize, 20% splits, 10% emergency, 5% debt, if any, 5% invest. Schedule post-deposit, naming accounts poetically. Sophia's Freedom Forge, Dream Distillery, friction vanishes. Apps notify softly, your machine hums, deepen with triggers. Payday Eve gratitude. This flow builds futures, visualize, streams diverging, gold vein thickening unseen. Sophia's poet heart saw symphonies, each transfer a stanza in abundance's epic. Spiritual essence blooms here. Automation honors life's flow, freeing spirit from grind's tether. Your creator, not collector. Machine your faithful servant. Sophia, year later, recited originals at open mics, $14,000 engine purring, passages funded, brother in school, joy compounded too, richer than yields. Resistance murmurs out of sight, out of mind. Truth reverses, out of mind, into mastery. Track quarterly, adjust tenderly, raises fuel bigger cogs. This machine stands forged, your wealth on wings now. Fulfillment resonates like well-oiled Hume, yet engines falter against rising tides. Inflation's slow erode. In Chapter 6 we tame that beast, strategies sharpening your machine against time's thief. Preserving every hard-won turn, the cathedral deepens. Descend with Chapter 6, Taming the Inflation Beast. Behold a colossal beast, prowling misty moors under moonless skies, its breath a slow, scorching wind that wilts crops, erodes stone fortresses, and turns rivers to trickles over silent years. Claws unseen, it devours purchasing power, bite by invisible bite, leaving travelers penniless on familiar paths. This isn't legend, it's inflation, the relentless predator gnawing at your machine's gears from Chapter 5, turning yesterday's savings into tomorrow's shadows. You've automated wealth's Hume, but without defenses, it fades to whispers. In Chapter 6, we tame this beast, strategies forged in fire to outpace its hunger, preserving every seed sown, hear its growls softening. Your fortress rises defiant now. Inflation's essence is currency's quiet decay. Prices rise as money's value shrinks, often 2 to 3% yearly, sometimes roaring higher in turbulent times. Your $100 grocery haul, tomorrow's €10, then $106, compounding like a thief in twilight. Cash idle under mattresses or low-yield corners, melts fastest. Real returns negative when beast bites deeper than interest yields. This chapter awakens proactive spirit, not fleeing the moor, but claiming it, turning predator's wind to your sail. Reflections stir. Inflation tests stewardship, revealing if you're reactor or ruler of resources. Tame it, and abundance endures eternally. Witness Raj, a mechanic in sun-baked suburbs, wrenches turning $4,100 monthly into sweat-soaked survival. Tires cost 15% more yearly. Tools climb too. His ally vault grew sluggishly at 4%, but groceries galloped 6% ahead, eroding gains. Beast winning, he'd mutter over oil stains. Awakening struck. Annual audit ritual. He mapped rises, utilities pour 8%, parts porth 12%, then countered, negotiated bills, called providers, match competitors' rate, saved 2040 yearly on internet, 180 power, raises pursued, performance review prepped with metrics, boosted shop efficiency, boss countered 7% bump, beating inflation's more. Raj layered hunts. Seasonal sales stalked like prey. Winter coats, summer discounted, holiday tools post-festive slashed. Bulk non-perishables. Rice sacks, canned staples at warehouse depths, slashing per unit 30%. Providers rotated yearly. Insurance shopped bundling auto home for meal rhythms emerged. Weekly plans from sales flyers, transforming $600 groceries to $4 to $120, flavors undimmed. His machine adapted, 5% vault extra routed to inflation-proof allies, I-bonds treasury ladders yielding beast-beating rates. 6 months, real purchasing power climbed 4%, beast leashed. Step into your hunt, listener, with ritual fierceness. Dawn inventory. Track price shifts via apps like Gas Buddy. Grocery scanners. Patterns emerge. Strikes planned. Negotiation voice. Polite persistence. Appreciate loyalty. What's best renewal rate? Studies from consumer labs show 75% success, averaging 12% sevens. Raise rituals, document wins quarterly, pitch value, delivered X results, align pay to impact. Even modest 5% yearly outruns average inflation. Bulk wisdom, freezer-stocked proteins, pantry grains, taste elevates with spices, not spend. Provider dance, calendar alerts for reviews, loyalty leverage, infuse soul. This taming honors Earth's cycles, abundance ebbs, wisdom gathers. Raj reflected evenings, beast taught provision, I grew guardian, community bloomed, shared bulk buys with neighbors, costs halved, bonds deepened. Spiritual truth, inflation mirrors impermanence, mastery affirms provision's flow. Science, from economic resilience research, affirms proactive households preserve two-backs wealth over passives. Yours joins them vault not eroded, but empowered. Ponder legacy. Raj daughter learned audits as play, future untamed. Feel that ripple. You're weaving endurance into lineage. Resistance fades, first calls awkward, grace grows with practice. Year in, Raj 8 find a $500 buffer stood ironclad tools renewed, family feasts fortified, beast tamed, to ally, sharpening edge. This chapter seals your defenses, machine armored against time's wind. Tranquil strength settles, victories etched. Yet preservation thrives when multiplied, savings launch to multiply realm. In Chapter 7, Investing 101 awakens, turning guarded gold into growing gardens. Simple paths to exponential harvest. The more yields to verdant fields. Venture forth with me. Chapter 7, Investing 101. Grow what you save. Imagine ancient seeds scattered across barren soil by a weary farmer's hand, tiny kernels kissed by rain and sun, burrowing deep to shatter earth, and unfurl into golden fields, swaying under harvest moon. No magic wand, just patient surrender to nature's math, each stalk birthing hundreds more, legacy from a single act. That's investing. Listener, your tamed savings from Chapter 6, planted not to idle but to explode into orchards of wealth. Inflation prowls no more, now growth reigns. In Chapter 7, Investing 101 demystifies it all. Simple paths for beginners, turning guarded gold into generational groves. Feel roots stirring beneath you. Your harvest begins today. Investing sacred truth. Money at rest rusts, money at work multiplies. Savings preserve, investments propagate. Start with index funds, baskets mirroring entire markets like the S&P 500, holding 500 top companies in democratic balance. No stock-picking sorcery needed. History shows 7 to 10% average annual returns after inflation, compounding your $100 monthly into $200,000 over 40 years. Low fees under 0.1%, accessible via apps like Vanguard or Fidelity. ETFs join as nimble keen, tradable daily, diversifying risk across sectors. This isn't casino gamble, it's ecosystem harmony, rising with humanity's ingenuity. Meet Nora, a librarian in quiet New England stacks. $3,800 monthly threading bookish days. Her ally vault hit $10,000, beast tamed, but whispers of more tugged, seeds or soil she pondered over tea. First step, emergency full 6 months, then $200 monthly to Vanguard's VTI, total US stock market ETF, 0.03% fee. Autopilot from machine hummed. Quarterly peaks revealed, climbs, market dips, shrugged off as seasons. Year 1, $2,500 invested grew to $2,700, 11% bloom. Emotions bloomed too, fears fog lifted, replaced by quiet thrill watching lines ascend. Nora layered wisdom, dollar cost averaging, fixed buys, regardless of price, buying more low, less high, smoothing waves, $100 weekly, not lump, tamed volatility's bite. Diversification deepened, 70% stocks, VTI 20% bonds, B&D for ballast, 10% international VX-US for global breadth. Reflection ritual. Sunday journals, what grew this week? What patience taught? Science from Behavioral Finance at Chicago booth confirms consistent investors outperform timers by 1.5% yearly. Discipline defeating doubt. Nora's Grove expanded. Second year, $15,000 total. Dividends reinvesting like self-watering roots. Enter your field now, listener. Soil ready. Open brokerage. Minutes, no minimums often. Fund choices, VO S&P, VTI Broad, US, VT World. Start micro, $50 monthly. Ramp as blueprint frees more. Risk reflection. Youth favors stocks vigor. Nearing goals, bonds steady. Tax havens beckon. Roth IRA shelters growth, contributions post-tax, but withdrawals bloom free. Apps gamify. Acorns rounds purchases, invests change. Stash curates beginner bundles. Visualize nightly. Seeds sprouting, branches heavy with fruit. You harvesting in elder grace. Gifting shade. Spiritual core pulses. Investing mirrors faith. Sowing unseen. Trusting cycles. Nora felt it. Each transfer, prayer of provision. Not hoarding, stewarding Earth's increase. Community rippled. She mentored book club friends. Groves linking. Nora's nephew, college bound, received $5,000 scholarship seed from her second harvest. Legacy whispered in every share. Resistance voices. Too risky. Markets crash. Truth, Dow from 882 to 40,000 now. Crashes pass. Compounding endures. Begin small. Conviction compounds. Ponder this vista. Your machine now orchard. Passive abundance. Feeding dreams. Homes, travels, charities. Nora, 3 years on, $28,000 grove. Librarian's pension intertwined. Joy rooted deep. Unshakable. This chapter plants your grove. First shoots piercing skyward. Fulfillment greens like spring. Yet groves falter. Chained by debts. Wings clipped mid-flight. In Chapter 8, we slay debt demons. Liberating capital to soar unburdened. True growth unchained. The fields call higher. Harvest with me. Chapter 8. Slaying Debt Demons. Envision a colossal dragon coiled in shadowed caverns beneath your life's foundation. Scales glinting with borrowed gold, fiery breath, scorching wings of dreams before they spread. Its tail encircling your investments from Chapter 7, squeezing groves back to saplings. Chains forged from easy swipes and promises of tomorrow rattle with every breath you take. This dragon isn't myth, it's debt, whispering sweet lies while devouring your future self's freedom. Your wealth machine hums but shackled. In Chapter 8 we slay these demons, strategies of avalanche fury and snowball momentum, liberating every chained coin. Feel the sword heavy in your grip. The cavern lights with your resolve. Charge now. Debt's venom lies in interest's grip. High-rate beasts, like credit cards at 20-25% APR, compound faster than investments grow, turning on $1,000 owed into $1,300 yearly unpaid. It's not shame, it's snare. Life's curveballs, medical moves, ensnaring the unprepared. Slayer's wisdom. List all demons, principal, rates, minimums. 2 paths emerge. Avalanche crushes highest interest first. Math's mercy saving most. Snowball devours smallest balances for momentum's fire. Choose by soul logic or lift. This chapter awakens warrior spirit. Debt slain builds unbreakable wings. Behold Theo, a warehouse supervisor in industrial sprawl, $48,000 debt looming. $15,000 cards at 22%, $20,000 card at 9%, $13,000 personal at 14%. Nights haunted by statements, groves starved, blueprint fueled extra $400 monthly machine hummed, $200 autosaves untouched. He chose Avalanche, sorted by rate cards first. Minimums paid fleet-wide, surplus stormed lead demon. Month 1, $15,000 card hammered, $800 principal interest starved, journals tracked, dragon's fire dims, my blade bites true. Wins celebrated modestly, home-cooked feasts, not feasts out momentum sacred. Theo wove rituals deepening the hunt. Side flames lit. Delivery gigs, 2 evenings, $300 extra monthly to blade. Once trimmed surgically, streaming halved, coffee brewed, freeing $50 more. Negotiation summoned, called issuers, hardship plan, lower rate for loyalty. Cards dropped to 18%, then 16%, $90 monthly breathed back. Consolidate whispered for lower rate loans, but Avalanche pure prevailed. Snowball tested mid-slay. Small $2,000 store card crushed in 2 months. Victory roar echoing, 1 head falls. Total attack $1,400 monthly. Demons dwindling, emotions transmuted. Shame to sovereignty, fear to ferocity. Join the charge, listener, map drawn, inventory tonight. Spreadsheet or app. Undebt. It visualizes falls. Rates descending. Strike apex. Minimums baseline. Rest avalanche pause. Minimum wage. Blueprint squeezes $50 extra. Skip 1 dine out. Voice practice. I deserve relief. Align terms. 70% yield per negotiation. Studies from Money Management International. Side sparks. Skills monetize. Tutor evenings. Craft sales. Fuel without burnout. Reflection fireside. Weekly ways. How much chain snapped. Visualize dragon crumbling. Gold cascading to groves. Spiritual forge glows. Debt mirrors burdens carried too long. Slaying frees soul's flight. Theo felt grace in persistence. Each payment, amends to future kin. Community kindled. He shared tactics at work. Dragons felled in circles. Year 18 months. $48,000 vanished. Cards dust. Car owned. Personal echoes. $14,000 monthly. Now winged to investments. Compounding free. Legacy breathe. Daughter debt-free mindset modeled. Cycle shattered. Ponder this triumph. Wings unchained. Your machine soars exponential. Theo's sleep deepened. Laughter returned. Wealth not just numbers but breath reclaimed. Resistance slain. Blade yours eternal. This cavern cleared. Demons dust. Your capital soars unbound. Victory thrums like freed heart. Yet flights falter without armor. Storms unbuffeted. In Chapter 9, we build emergency armor, forging shields for life's tempests, securing every liberated flight. The skies beckon clearer. Soar with me. Chapter 9, building emergency armor. Picture storm-lashed cliffs where a lone lighthouse stands unbowed, its beam piercing black tempests, guiding battered ships from jagged reefs to safe harbor, while lesser vessels splinter, crews adrift in chaos. Winds howl, waves crash, yet the light holds, forged not of fragile glass, but tempered resilience. This lighthouse is your emergency armor, listener. The unbreachable shield, rising reen, debt-slaying triumphs. In Chapter 8, guarding groves and machines against life's sudden squalls. Without it, freedom's flight crashes. In Chapter 9, we build this fortress, layer by layer, breath by breath, ensuring peace amid any gale. Feel the stones solidifying under your hands. Your harbor call. Emergency Armor's core. 3-6 months living expenses, liquid as seawater, high-yield savings, not stocks, tides, calculate essentials, rent, food, utilities, transport, insurance, your blueprint's needs, bucket, multiplied, $3,000 monthly, $9,000, $18,000 target, job loss, health crises, repairs, strike unannounced. Armor prevents debt's dragon revival. It's not hoarding. It's wisdom's vigil, spiritual provision, echoing ancient granaries against famine. Reflections awaken, storms reveal character, panic scatters, preparation empowers. This chapter instills calm sovereignty, turning vulnerability to vessel. Enter Clara, a florist in blooming Seattle markets. Petals masking $2,900 monthly strains. Debts dust, machine humming $580 monthly to ally at 4.3%. Yet layoffs loomed like winter frost. One slip back to chains. She'd whisper, arranging roses. Armor quest began small. Mini fund goal, $1,000 starter shield. Blueprint squeezed $100 weekly from once fewer cafe blooms. Machine rerouted 10% directly. Jar ritual, glass vessel on counter. Clara's calm, coins clinking like chimes. 3 months, when $1,300 gleamed. First piece tasting sweet. Clara scaled ladders. Post mini, full 3 months at 80, T1 700s. Auto drafts. Faithful, $290 bi-weekly, untouched. Accessibility key, online transfers instant, no penalties, windfalls captured, tax return, $1,200 funneled whole, birthday cash, reflection deepened, monthly storm drills, visualize scenarios, affirm armor holds. Science from resilience psychology at Yale shows buffers reduce stress hormones, 40%. Clarity sharpening decisions. Clara layered nuance, separate sub-accounts, health haven, home hold, mental compartments easing access without depletion. 6 months, $14,000 bastion, 6 months complete. Forge yours now, listener. Foundation poured. Tally needs. Last 3 months, average, multiply 3d6. Platforms ready. Ally, Marcus by Goldman, 4% close, yields, FDIC shielded. Start micro, $25 weekly of Blueprint Titans, snowballs sacred. Naming infuses soul, peace pantry, harbor heart, replenish rule. Use drawers, rebuild first. Windfall vow 100% to armor till full. Evening visions, lighthouse beaming through your storms, you steady loved ones safe. Spiritual truth pulses, armor mirrors divine provision, store for 7 lean years, trust abundance's cycle, rituals bind strength. Quarterly audits, storms past, armor intact. Celebrate milestones, mini-fun dinner, home-cooked splendor. Clara faced furnace failure midwinter, $2,800 repair from home hold, no card touch, rebuilt in 10 weeks. Florist hand steadied, she hired help, business bloomed. Community wove in, shared fun tips at market, collective shields rising. Legacy flowered, niece learned jars as toys, future florists fortified. Ponder the radiance. Clara's sleep deepened, creativity surged, new arrangements born fearless. Storms, allies now, testing metal. Resistance whispers, never happens. Truth, 60% face job loss yearly per labor stats. Armor turns trial to testimony. Yours builds unyielding. This fortress stands vigilant. Gales glancing harmless. Serenity anchors like deep keel. Yet true richness blooms beyond survival, in choices crafting soul's abundance. In Chapter 10, we live rich on any income. weaving wealth's tapestry from threads of intention, not excess. The cliffs yield to golden shores. Anchor with me. Chapter 10. Living rich on any income. Envision a sun-drenched villa, perched on emerald cliffs, laughter spilling from open arches, tables laden with simple feasts under olive boughs, yet the owner drives a weathered cart, wears linen faded by salt winds, and counts joys in sunsets, not silvers. No palaces of gold, yet richness radiates like eternal flame. This is true wealth, listener, not bloated coffers chained to high pay, but a life woven from deliberate threads of enough. Your armor gleams from Chapter 9, dragons slain, groves growing. Now in Chapter 10, we crown it all, living rich on any income, the art of savoring deeply where others skim, turning modest streams into oceans of fulfillment. Feel the warmth on your skin. Your villa awaits. Richness blooms from choices, not ledgers. Millionaires next door drive sensible wheels, dine on homespun delights, hoard experiences over excess. Audit reveals true costs lie in fleeting thrills, $5 lattes eclipsing $500 adventures. This chapter unveils the rich life audit. List soul sparks, what stirs your deepest yes, hikes whispering wild truths, evenings lost in books' embrace, shared stories around fires. Rank them gold, stuff fades to ash. Income irrelevant, intention infinite, reflections stir. Poverty whispers more stuff, richness chants more life. You've built the fortress, now furnish it with essence. Meet Elena, our teacher from Chapter 1, single mother whose tracking lit the spark. $2,800 monthly, nursed her son Leo through city whirl. Once leaks drained dreams. Now blueprint flows, machine hums. $560 to Groves, $118,000 strong. Armor $10,000 thick. Yet true shift. Rich life manifest stuff audit first. Closet purge, half donated. Wardrobe curated to 30 versatile joys. No impulse moth. Wheels, tenure faithful, maintained meticulously. Freedom over flash. Dines, weekly potlucks with neighbors. Recipes traded like treasures. Bonds richer than bistros. Elena's rituals wove magic. Joy ledger dawn lit. Today, Leo's giggle over pancakes, priceless. Free feasts crafted, markets end-of-day gems, gardens yielding herbs, meals symphonies from soil, experiences sovereign, library nooks for stories, park trails for wonder, volunteer hours at shelter feeding souls, rich list pinned fridge, top 10 beach dawns, live music under stars, family game nights. Budget, once bucket $840 fueled them guiltless, staff starved, quarterly purges, spark joy, stay, reflection deepened, wealth measured in moments etched eternal. Craft yours tonight. Listener, canvas blank, pen rich list, 10 peaks calling, sunrise yoga, heartfelt letters, forest baths, audit possessions, touch each, vital to voyage, donate, sell sparks to list, home altars, cozy corners for tea rituals, no screens, commutes transformed podcasts, feeding mind, not malls, gifting elevates, handmade notes over gadgets, time trumps trinkets, science from happiness labs at Harvard affirms, experiences bond two back stronger than objects, memories compounding like best investments. Elena's son Leo etched letters weekly, Mama's world full legacy liquid gold, spiritual heartbeat thrums, richness mirrors creation's abundance, universe lavish in sunsets, friendships breath's gift. Elena felt divine echo, less owned, more held, community cathedral, potlucks birthed support web childcare swaps, skill shares. Her $2,800 spun symphonies, $5,000 yearly to Leo's art dreams, vacations tented under constellations. Joys, ROI infinite, health bloomed stress-free, creativity cascaded. Ponder vistas. Elena's evenings glowed. Leo's eyes wide with wonder's wealth. Neighbors envied not accounts, but aura. Resistance fades, but income low. Truth. Richest souls roam simple paths. Yours summons now list penned, first joy claimed. This pinnacle crowns your ascent, from thief unmasked to villa visionary. Ecstasy settles like twilight peace. Yet journeys circle complete, only in vows embrace. As we near finale, carry these flames. Track anew, affirm bold, blueprint eternal, machine alive, beast tamed, groves vast, demons dust, armor sure, life lush. The circle seals. Listen on. Chapter 11. The power of generosity in wealth. Imagine a mighty oak in autumn's golden hush, leaves drifting not in loss, but lavish gift, blanketing earth to nourish roots for spring's rebirth. Acorns scattered feeding forests yet unborn, its branches sheltering wanderers through winter's bite. No grasping branches barren, generosity flows as lifeblood, multiplying essence beyond self. This oak is your wealth now, listener, armored, invested, richly lived from Chapter 10, yet incomplete without outward pour. In Chapter 11 we unlock the power of generosity, the sacred multiplier turning personal fortunes into legacy rivers, where giving amplifies receiving in divine rhythm. Feel the leaves loosening in your hands, your forest expands eternally. Generosity's profound alchemy. Giving doesn't deplete, it magnetizes. Science from positive psychology at Notre Dame reveals givers out-earn takers by 15% over careers, networks bloom, opportunities cascade, joy's energy attracts abundance. Spiritually, it's circulation's law. Hoarded streams stagnate, flowing waters thrive. Beyond, charity drops. Infuse daily, tip soulfully, mentor freely, share wisdom's harvest. This chapter awakens steward's heart, wealth, not endpoint, but conduit for greater good. Reflections revealing soul's true capacity. Witness, Amia, a baker in spice-scented streets. $3,500 monthly kneading dough and dreams. Machine vaulted $20,000, armor $12,000, firm, rich list, savoring family feasts. Yet heart tugged, neighbors strained, his ovens idle midday. Generosity dawn, surplus bread to shelters, $100 weekly loaves, no ledger hit, ripples stirred. Recipient families returned as loyal patrons, word spreading, Amia feeds souls, income climbed 12% unspoken. Deeper, mentorship circle taught baking gratis to youth. 3 apprenticed, expanding shop to second location, $1,200 monthly lift. Amia wove giving rituals, tithing threshold, 5 to 10% post needs, 75 to 50 monthly split. Local food bank, $100. Skillshares, $50. Anonymous aids, 25 tested. Windfalls, first fruits. Bonus, $800. $80. Gifted pre-grove. Reflection deepened. Evening gratitude. Whom did I lift? How returned? Experiences layered. Volunteer bakes with sun. Bonds forged over flour-dusted counters. Negotiations softened. Suppliers discounted for community baker. 8% savings funneled back out. Science affirms. Giving spikes oxytocin, forging trust bonds, yielding 2x reciprocity per UCLA studies. Amia's ovens hummed fuller, heart lighter. Embrace this flow yourself, listener. Channels open. Audit surplus. Blueprints once overflow. Redirect 10%. Platforms pure. Local pantries. Online like modest needs for targeted lifts. Time as treasure. 1 hour weekly. Tutor garden share. Elder visits. Naming infuses. Amber's abundance stream account auto drafts. Visualize nightly oaks, linking forests. Use central branches embracing lives. Spiritual pulse. Giving mirrors creations pour, sun free, rain unbound. Amber felt divine current, pour out, pour in, eternal. Rituals root deep. Quarterly generosity reviews. Impact journaled, family fed, skills seeded, smiles sparked. Celebrate cycles, small feast post-gift, toasting returns seen and unseen. A mare faced slow season, former mentees filled orders, network community cathedral rose, co-op bakes, collective rising, legacy breathed, sun witnessed. Papa's wealth feeds worlds, cycles eternal. Ponder the canopy. Amir's $42,000 net worth doubled in spirit. Shop trio now, but richness in changed lives. Givers glow undimmed. Resistance murmurs, save first. Truth, generosity seeds safest soil. Yours circulates now, first gift claimed. This chapter crowns stewardship. Your oak sheltering multitudes. Warmth spreads like root systems vast. One vista remains, sustaining this symphony lifelong. In Chapter 12, we master lifelong mastery. Rituals ensuring your wealth, orchestra plays eternal, crescendo unending. The forest whispers, finale. Gather with me. Chapter 12, Lifelong Mastery of Wealth. Stand atop a timeless mounting peak where eagles wheel in endless spirals, winds carving stone over eons into majestic permanence. Each gust a lesson, each vista a reward for the climb. The summit, not end but eternal vantage. You've scaled from vault's shadow in Chapter 1 through generosity's canopy in 11. Now in Chapter 12 we claim this peak. Lifelong mastery of wealth, the sacred rituals weaving your transformation into unbreakable legacy, ensuring rivers flow, groves thrive, and richness deepens with every dawn. Feel the heights embracing you. This isn't finale, it's forever. Your mastery ignites eternal. Mastery's essence. Wealth isn't conquest once won, but garden tended daily, rituals as roots, holding firm through seasons. Evolution wired us for drift. Mastery rewires for ascent, core pillars. Annual blueprint recalibration, quarterly machine audits, monthly mindset forges, weekly tracking flames. No rigid chains, fluid rhythms, honoring life's pulse. Reflections profound. Mastery mirrors soul's evolution, stagnant spirits wither, growing ones flourish. This chapter seals your ascent with practices timeless, turning knowledge to instinct, freedom to dynasty. Revisit Kai, a composite of our journey's souls, Elena's tracking Javier's pauses, Lila's declarations, all fused in a retiree's glow. $5,200 monthly pension, Groves at $450,000, Armor $35,000 deep, generosity streams flowing, yet mastery hummed. Dawn ritual, I steward abundance eternal, mirror gaze, visualization of legacy cascades. Weekly ledger, app scans flows, 50-30-20 tuned to health shifts, needs up 5% for wellness. Quarterly summits, investment rebalance stocks 60%, bonds 30%, cash 10%, inflation scouts, bills renegotiated, yields chased, annual pilgrimage, full audit under starlight, rich list refreshed, grandkids adventures now top. Kai layered legacy looms, family wealth circles, quarterly dinners, sharing blueprints, jars gifted to young, track your rivers, digital vaults, password managers, beneficiary updates, will whispers ensuring seamless pass. Adaptation arts, Health dips, telehealth trims costs, market tremors, dollar cost anchors steady. Giving evolves, scholarship funds seeded, impact measured yearly. Reflection journals spanned decades. Year 10, first grove harvest. Year 30, grandson's first home. Science from longevity finance at Wharton shows ritualized planners retain 3x wealth into elders' grace, discipline as longevity's elixir. Ascend your peak now, listener. Rituals yours. Dawn anchor. 5 breaths, 3 affirmations. Machine hums. Armor holds. Life lush. Weekly fire. Sunday sunset review. Wins celebrated, leaks sealed. Quarterly quest. Calendar locked. Audit all blueprint. Groves. Generosity. Annual odyssey. Retreat day project 5 years. Debts, none. Net worth, double. Impact, ripples vast. Tech allies, mint aggregates. Personal capital simulates futures. Family rights. Share 1 lesson monthly. Wealth serves souls. Visualize summit. You elderwise. Eagles circling kin empowered. Spiritual symphony swells. Mastery honors, creators endless unfold, universe expands. So does yours. Kai felt divine partnership. Not my grind, grace's guidance. Community crescendos, mentorship sheets from his shares, forests of freedom. 80 now. Kai sails modest keel. $2 million legacy breathing, grandkids debt-free, dreams launched. Joy's pinnacle. Not numbers, but lives lifted. Circle complete yet spiraling higher. Ponder eternity. Kai's peak vista, eagles, teaching flight eternal. Resistance silenced. Life changes. Mastery adapts. Yours claims heights. Now. First ritual dawn lit. This chapter crowns your mountain. Eagles wheeling homage. Majesty settles, infinite, yet true mastery circles to origin, transform. As our journey whispers toward close, carry these eternal flames into your world. You've slain thieves, forged mind, blueprinted rivers, automated empires, tamed beasts, grown groves, freed wings, armored harbors, lived lush, given grand, mastered lifelong. The peak is yours, descend to live it. Chapter 13, Legacy Wealth, Beyond Yourself. Gaze upon a colossal redwood grove, where ancient sentinels tower into mist-shrouded heavens, roots entwined in subterranean embrace, seeds carried by winds to birth kin across continents. Each tree, a testament not to solitary might, but to selfless propagation, ensuring shade and oxygen for generations unborn. No single trunk claims glory. The forest endures through shared essence. This redwood is your legacy now, listener mastered in Chapter 12's peak, yet calling beyond self to etch your wealth into eternity's bark. In Chapter 13 we birth legacy wealth, the profound art of structuring fortunes to bless bloodlines, communities and causes long after your breath fades. Feel the roots reaching through time. Your grove immortalizes now. Legacy's sacred core. Wealth whispers unfissioned, unless willed to wings. Assets, wisdom, values passed not by chance but blueprint. Without it, empires crumble in courts. With it, rivers carve canyons eternal, blend tools, wills, naming heirs, trusts, shielding from squander, life insurance ladders, education vaults. Spiritually, it's seed time's vow. Sow for harvests you'll never reap, trusting life's grand weave. Reflections pierce, true mastery measures not amassed, but multiplied through lives. This chapter forges your eternal blueprint, turning personal peaks to planetary provision. Enter Mira, a seamstress turned empire weaver in threadbare beginnings, $4,000 monthly stitching stories into $150,000 net worth groves, $80,000 verdant armor impenetrable, generosity woven daily. Mastery rituals hummed, yet nights stirred, daughters adrift post me. Dreams dissolve, legacy dawn, free consult birth will assets to revocable living trust, bypassing probate's tax more privacy preserved, heirs tiered 40% education, perpetual find 100 wine plans auto-fed, 30% home seeds, 20% family foundation for arts grants, 10% wildcard for Keen's bold ventures, mirror deepened dynastic design, term life $500,000 ladder, 20 monthly premiums shielding machines void, beneficiary chains, groves direct to trust, no courts clawing, family constitution penned, wealth serves growth, annual audits mandatory, 10% give back etched, wisdom vaults, video letters, track thieves, affirm abundance, YouTube private for progeny, reflection ritual, birthday vigils, what endures, science from estate studies at Northwestern reveals planned legacies preserve 4 buys more across generations, intention trumping inheritance alone. Mirrors daughters, teens now, apprenticed audits, eyes alight with inheritance as honor. Craft your redwood tonight, listener sapling strong. Inventory empire, assets listed, accounts properties, digital gold, platforms beckon, LegalZoom wills $100, trust 300 DIY, attorneys for complexity, ladder insurance 10 days income term, 20 years, fine trinity unseeded 50T monthly tax-free blooms, constitution sacred, values voiced, steward, not spendthrift, digital legacy password trees, crypto wallets willed, visualize mists, your grove sheltering great-grandkin, causes thriving, spiritual surge, legacy echoes creators bequest, universe gifted free, your turn eternal, rituals root immortality, annual legacy labs, updates, heirs briefed, roleplay reads, hear my voice guiding, mirror-faced health shadow, trust activated seamless, daughters seamless stewards, arts grants launched, her name on scholarships, community cathedrals rose, sewing circles birthed legacy funds, 80 now mirrors $450,000 realm, breathes dynasty daughters debt-free empires, grandkids college cradled, joys infinity not vaults, but visions realized worlds away. Ponder horizons, mirrors redwoods whisper through winds unborn. Resistance fades, too soon, truth, legacy plants earliest, deepest. Yours propagates now, first will whisper, this chapter etches your eternity. Grove towering timeless, reverence roots profound. One sacred circle remains, finales embrace, weaving all threads to wholeness. As whispers gather for close, hold this vision, your legacy lives, breathing freedom forever. The grove awaits its harvest. Chapter 14, The Mindset of Millionaire. Peer into the quiet study of a self-made titan, walls lined not with gold bars, but leather-bound journals, chronicling decades of deliberate dawn decisions. A single flame flickering on desk where visions birthed empires from empty pockets. His eyes, sharp as forged steel, scanning ledgers, not for luxury's tally, but legacy's quiet pulse. No palaces flaunt his fortune, power simmers in unseen choices, mindset the true vault, holding millions. This titan is you now, listener. Legacy rooted in Chapter 13, yet crowned by millionaires' invisible forge, the unshakable inner architecture separating savers from sovereign. In Chapter 14, we inhabit this mindset, absorbing habits of abundance, architects who build dynasties from dust. Feel the flame kindling within. Your empire's blueprint etches soul deep. Millionaire mindset's eternal forge. Scarcity yields to infinite possibility. Every dollar a seed, not spent, but sown. Core tenets. Opportunity hunts daily. Value creation precedes capture. Delayed gratification as sacred vow. Unlike masses chasing wages, millionaires own equations, solve problems at scale. Money flows as byproduct. Neurostudies from Yale reveal abundance thinkers spot 3x more prospects, brains wired for expansion over extraction. Spiritually, it's co-creation with universe's flow. Mind-aligned manifestation mirrors, reflections awaken. Your vault from chapter 1, now philosopher's stone transmuting base to boundless. Behold, Victor, a janitor turned venture sage. $2,900 monthly MOPS, yielding 1.2 million debt groves compounding at 12%. Legacy trusts blooming. Night shifts birthed millionaire dawn. Hunt value, journaled pre-dawn. What pains unsolved. School vending woes spotted, healthy snacks installed. $400 monthly passive. Mindset ritual. Mirror vow. I create wealth. It seeks me. Networks nurtured. Coffee chats with owners. How can I lift your load? Partnerships cascaded. Property management side. 2000 reflection deepened. Evening audits. Value delivered. Returns earned. Victor's pillars pulsed. Problem-solving lens. 10 daily scans. Market gaps. Skills unused. App birth for shift trackers. Sold to chains $15,000. Frugality fierce yet free. 50 Calais home paid cash. Drives 15-year vessel, feasts home alchemy. Learning relentless. Podcasts dawn-fed. Books monthly. Millionaires read 60-year emulated. Negotiation native. Win-win webs. Suppliers 20% trimmed. Clients 15% premium for excellence. Science from Carnegie Mellon affirms value creators compound 4x faster. Mindset multiplying mechanisms. Victor's a 100 Calais seed fund now fuels startups 25% returns. Forge yours at first light. Listener, Titan, rising. Ritual crown. Dawn declaration. Today I solve, create, expand. Opportunity radar. 3 pains noted daily. Neighbors need. Industry itch. Value vaults. Skill inventories. Cooking. Teach classes. Network nectar. 1 outreach weekly. Coffee wisdom swap. Frugal fire. Necessary. Noble. Learning ladder. 30 minutes daily input. Negotiation nerve. Propose partnerships, not prices. Visualize forge. Flames shaping steel. You architecting arenas. Spiritual synergy. Mindset channels. Divine ingenuity. Universe conspires with clarity. Rituals refine immortality. Quarterly Titan summits. Value velocity. Empire edges. Victor weathered recession. Side streams buffered. Acquisitions doubled holdings. Mentorship webs spun. Janitor crews, now owners. His shadow long, 90 now. Victor's $5 million realm breathes. Grandkids venture funded. Causes catalyzed. Joys apex. Creation's thrill. Eternal. Not coffers cold. Ponder infinities. Victor's study flame lights worlds unseen. Resistance crumbles. No genius here. Truth. Mindset mince masters. Yours activates now. First opportunity seized. This chapter ignites your Titan core. Empires rising within. Power courses like inner lightning. The circle perfects in symphonic close. As our odyssey crests, embrace this millionaire mantle. Hunt value. Forge unyielding. Create ceaseless. Your dynasty dawns. Chapter 15. Scaling wealth through multiple streams. Witness a grand river delta, where one mighty current fractures into 1,000 shimmering tributaries, each vein carving fertile deltas, nourishing cities and croplands far beyond the source waters, multiplying not by force, but by fearless branching, turning single flow into oceanic abundance. No dammed reservoir stagnates, divergence births dominion. This delta is your wealth now, listener. Millionaire mindset ignited in Chapter 14, yet poised for exponential realms through multiple streams, the masterful art of diversifying income beyond one paycheck's pulse. In Chapter 15, we map these tributaries, launching side ventures, passives, and partnerships that cascade fortunes eternally. Feel the waters splitting under your command. Your ocean swells boundless. Multiple streams divine geometry. Single source fragility crumbles. Jobs vanish. Hours cap. Streams converge resilience. Compounding 24/7. Millionaires average 7. Wages core but rentals whisper. Dividends hum. Royalties echo. Ventures surge. Fidelity studies unveil. Multi-stream households build wealth 3 buyers faster. Risk dispersed like seeds on wind. Spiritually, its creation's multiplicity. Universe streams, sun, stars, seasons, emulate, thrive. Reflections stir soul deep. Your machine from Chapter 5. Now Hydra-headed 1 flow felled, 9 rise. This chapter unleashes your delta, turning linear labor to logarithmic legacy. Enter Lena, a nurse threading $4,200 monthly shifts through hospital halls. Legacy trusts from mirrors echo blooming. Titan hunts daily. 1 stream strained, overtime burned. Burnout loomed. Delta dawn. Branch or break. Journaled mid-shift. First tributary. Nightly online nursing coaching. Zoom wisdom for new grads. 75 dour 3 evenings yielding $900 monthly passive-ish. Reflection ritual. Post-session. Value scaled. Streams sinking. Second vein. Rental whisper. $15,000 saved. Seeded duplex down payment. Other half rented $1,1200 month net after mortgage. Third. Digital echo. Ebook shift survival. Self-published. 4.99 royalties trickling $400 monthly. Lena's delta deepened with synergy. Partnership pulse. Allied with pharmacist friend for wellness webinars. Split $2,000 events quarterly. Dividend drift. $5,000 to dividend aristocrats. Procter & Gamble kin. Yielding 3%. $150 quarterly reinvested. Affiliate arcs. Blogged Nurse's Nest reviewed scrubs. Tools. $300 commissions monthly. Peer-to-peer lending. Lending Club $2,000 parcels at 7%, $120 year. Reflection forged weekly delta dashboard. Streams flowing. Bottlenecks breached. Science from diversification finance at Stanford confirms 5 streams cut volatility. 65% sleep undisturbed. Lena's $4,200 core now $8,700 call. Grove's turbo fed. Launch your delta at twilight. Listener, source surging. Inventory streams. Core wage. Protect. Elevate. Skill scan. Nursing. Teach. Writing. Ebook. Platforms pure. Teachable courses. $50 setup. Airbnb rooms. $200 night. Etsy crafts. $20 margins. Rental ramps. House hack duplexes. Live one. Rent one. Digital dividends. Gumroad PDFs. YouTube ads. Monetize passion. Partnerships probe. Collaborate compliments. P2P via Prosper. Dividends via SEHD ETF. Visualize delta tributaries teaming. You captain at confluence. Spiritual surge. Streams. Mirror graces gifts. Endless. Interconnected. Rituals. Channel currents. Monthly merger meetings. New veins. Old optimized. Lena weathered layoff whispers. Coaching crested. $2,000. Rentals buffered. Total untouched. Mentorship deltas spawned, nurses branching blogs, her webinars web-wide. 90 now, Lena's $2.8 million, ocean lapse shores, grandkids stream-seeded, causes current carried, joy's vastness, freedom's flood, not grind's gutter. Ponder expanses, Lena's delta reshapes maps unseen. Resistance ebbs, no time, truth. Streams reclaim hours, scaling souls. Yours diverges, now first tributary traced. This chapter floods your dominion. Tributaries triumphant. Exhilaration cascades like fresh currents. The symphony swells to ultimate crescendo. As our epic converges, hold this delta's power. Branch boldly, flow forever. Abundance oceanic. Your legacy laps eternity.